welcome back to my channel. I'm sorry I haven't uploaded anything in the last few weeks, or actually in the last month. I've been really busy with a lot of things and just a lot has been happening with vacations and all of that, so I haven't been able to record and show you guys what's going on in my life. But we are getting back into things, so I wanted to do a video for you guys and I wanted to let you know the products that I regret buying, or just some things that haven't worked out for me, and just kind of give you a heads up in case you're thinking to get them and just my personal opinion on them. So we'll go through them and you get to see what they are. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel and click on the little bell down below so you don't miss out on any video that I upload. And let's get into the video. Disclaimer for you guys, I'm not trying to bash any other brands because I do love some of the products from them, but just these specific didn't work out for me. So as you can see that they just didn't work out for me, and they might be working out for you and they might be your favorite products, but for me it just didn't end up being a good purchase. I wanted to share with you guys and let you know what they are, and we'll start first with my powder. So I was looking for a translucent powder just to bake my face and set it so that oiliness doesn't come through. And once I bought this, I was really excited to use it. It's just a finishing powder from Tarte, and it's a smooth operator, but I realized that whenever I use this, like whenever I would bake underneath my eyes, it would just leave a very like flashback in a way. It's just like white, and then whenever I use my contouring, it just leaves, it doesn't blend really well. And honestly, I don't ever reach for it. I just feel like it does the job really well as far as making it less oily throughout the day, but it just leaves little marks or where the powder ends, like with your beauty blender when you put it on. So it's just not for me. Do let me know if any of these products you guys have worked out for me. Maybe I'm just using them wrong, so let me know about that. Next product is from Makeup Forever, and this is it's a primer. And I do have another one that I am absolutely in love with. And this one is just mattifying, and it's almost like you can't blend your foundation on top of it, and it would work really well if your skin is really oily and you're trying to keep it oil-free throughout the day. But the problem with this one is it's so mattifying that it's hard to blend your foundation over it, and it just causes a very hard time to do that. So that's the only reason why I'm not a fan of this product. Next one is from Buxom, and when I was looking for a waterproof mascara, I decided to take this one and give it a try just because of their brush. And I do use this sometimes, but it's just not my favorite. I really wish I would have bought something else. And the reason why I don't like this is because it comes out with like little flakiness. And this is just their Buxom original waterproof mascara. I bought it a long time ago, but I barely ever use it. I'd rather just use a regular one because this one I don't like how it performs. It doesn't give me enough volume. I just don't feel like it performs the way it should, and it doesn't seem like it's all the way waterproof. So the next one is, I was actually really excited to try this out, and then I figured it just looked like a complete mess on my skin, from Nars. This is their Velvet Matte Skin Tint with an SPF 30. This is just a foundation. Honestly, it's like full still because I've used it maybe twice. And the reason why I don't like it is because I don't know what it is, but foundations that kind of seem to be, what's the word for it? They're almost like fluffy. I'll remember later. But the reason this doesn't work out for me is because it almost just starts to cake up on my skin within like a few hours, and I just don't understand. Like, I would do exactly the same thing what I do with my other foundations, would set it with a powder and do all that. But it just doesn't work out, and I've tried this a few times and it just didn't perform as well as I thought it would. And honestly, I would return this because I spent like $40 on it and I just don't think it's worth it. Now, if any of you guys have tried this foundation specifically, let me know how you used it, and if your skin is oily and how it worked for you. Maybe I could try it again and see in a different way if I do might use it somehow because I don't want to throw it away because it's a little spendy, but at the same time, it just doesn't work as good as I thought it would. So let me know if there's any way I could try it out. But it wasn't worth my money, so what are you gonna do? Next one is, I bought this a long time ago and a lot of people raved about it, but I just don't ever reach for it. And I think that's because I like a lot of... So this is a curly Bibel palette, and I know a lot of you guys that have using it don't hate. Maybe it just didn't work out for me specifically. I don't think the product is terrible. It performs really well, but I don't reach out for it that much. Maybe because there's a lot of shimmers. I feel like it's barely been used. A lot of these haven't been used at all. And like I said, they're beautiful. I don't hate the product, but it just wasn't worth the buy for me personally because I don't reach for it. I have a lot of other favorites that I do use and a lot of palettes that I do reach for. And I do love BH Cosmetics. They make a lot of good product, but it just didn't work out for me, so I could have saved the trip for that. So the next one is... Whoops. Next one is the L'Oreal True Match Luminous Makeup Foundation. Now, I bought this a while back when I thought, you know, a lot of people were looking for the drugstore, and this was one of their favorites. And I tried it out, and it just looks so terrible on my skin, you guys. This just makes it so cakey, and I don't know if you have to be extra dry skin. So I'm guessing that is the biggest reason why it didn't work out for me. But I've given it a try a few times, and it just didn't work out. The next one is, now this one I bought a long time ago, like probably 2 years ago, but I don't ever use it because, again, it's a moisturizing, and I did use a few of their moisturizing foundations in a specific way. Like today I'm wearing one of the Healthy Elixir one, and it does have a little bit of moisture in it, but with the way I do it, it still leaves my skin nice and matte throughout the day. But this one just didn't work out for me. It doesn't have as much coverage as I thought it would. Now, it is mineralized, so it is very light coverage foundation, but I just feel like no matter how many times I've tried it with different techniques that I've done, it just never worked out. So I do wish I would have never bought it, but I did, and I still have it. The next one, I actually have went to their event, and you know, sometimes when you are shown a few specific products and how to use them, you're like so excited and you get it and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to use it at home. Was the Smashbox. Now this is the two sides where you got the contouring and you got the foundation. Now the reason why I don't like this is because it's a very light coverage. I don't ever use this that much, honestly. And the reason being is because I feel like it barely gives you any coverage. Now, for somebody that just wants to hide a little bit of the redness, this might be perfect. And it's nice because you can take it on the go. You don't have to mess with the liquids. It's got a little bit of that contouring that you can use and the foundation. But I just feel like it doesn't give you enough coverage. And I do like medium coverage to full, so that just might be me. I just don't like how it performs on my skin. I don't feel like it's mattifying, and I wasn't sure if this is moisturizing or not. It's just a stick foundation. I know it's not the worst product. I do really love their brand for like their liquid lipsticks and for their primers. They're amazing, but this just didn't work out for me. Not the last, but second to the last is another foundation from the Anastasia. Now, this is the second time I bought this, and I haven't used it that much at all. I feel like it's still pretty full. Now, the reason not a fan of it is because I feel like it dries really fast, and it's hard to blend it out on your skin as you put it on. It doesn't give you as much coverage as I thought it would. Now, I don't know if this is supposed to be like a full coverage or a medium coverage, but I feel like it's barely even light coverage. Like, it barely gives you any type of coverage, and I feel like it doesn't work for me. It doesn't make my process quicker with doing my foundation, so I just I don't ever reach for this, and when I do, I feel like my foundation doesn't look as good as I like it to be. So I honestly do regret buying this, but this is the second time I bought this one. The first time I returned it because it was so dry, I could barely put it on my skin. And it does say it's mattifying. It is for dry, like for oily skin. But the reason why I didn't like it the first time and then I rebought this one is because I thought, why not? Give it a try again, see how I like it. Maybe there was a different way that I should be using it. But it's just, it doesn't give me enough coverage, first of all. And then I feel like it just doesn't blend out as good. And when it does, when I really try to make it work, it doesn't stay on as good. And it just starts to kind of cake up. I don't know what the reason behind it. I don't know what the formula is like, but just didn't work out for me. And others will be lipsticks. Now, I know a lot of people rave about these, but I just feel like I never reach out for these. And these are the NYX. This is the suede lipstick. I just don't ever reach out for these. The colors for one, and just the formula. And that's because probably the reason behind that is probably because I like my liquid lipsticks, just because they stay on throughout the day. I don't have to reapply them. They're just really easy to do and they stay on a lot better. These, I feel like sometimes they don't stay on as good. And I don't know if it's hard for me to get used to drugstore things sometimes because I'm so used to the higher end makeup. Now, I do love finding things that are really similar to the high end and just trying them out too. But they just didn't work out for me, whether the formula or just the way they stay on. So I don't hate the brand. They do make really good products, but these just didn't work out for me. So that's that. Oh, another NYX. So there's these two. Forgot to show you guys the colors. So these are all the NYX. And they just didn't end up working out for me. Like, I've probably used these like once throughout the time that I bought it, so wasn't really worth my money. And the last two are one from Butter London and the other one from Japonesque. Now these are kind of very similar to the NYX that I was talking about, just the formula. They're not really my favorite, and again, probably because I'm just so not used to wearing, or just a fan of wearing this type of lipsticks, as far as because they're not mattifying. So I mean, I don't hate the formula and the way they perform. They're just not my favorite, and I just feel like they weren't worth a buy for me personally. So if you guys have tried them and love them, great. They're not the worst. And this concludes the video, so let me know what you guys loved and what you disliked. And don't forget to comment in the comment section below to let me know how you use them, or some of the products that I've mentioned and you use them and you completely are in love with them. So do let me know, and thank you for watching.